Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Okay, so it is a very quiet Friday. We're going to be babysitting my great nieces Ella and Josie after around 4:30ish, and Mom will be back from her grocery shopping at that point in time, and she's doing her grocery shopping. I do mine on Mondays. But anyway, so today is Friday, the 5th, and I am working on the conch shell snail still. Yes. Okay, so along about Tuesday, I was working really hard on this part of the conch shell, and I got it to there. Sorry about that. I'll show you that part in a little bit. But anyway, very strenuous, tedious on my hands and back because I was having to lean forward and I was having to take, yes, I was going this way, in this direction. Yeah, okay, going in this direction to make the spikes. And when I first started the spikes, I noticed that the way I wrote it had them lining up. No. I was thinking, no, I don't want them lined up. So I redid that, rewrote the pattern, and this is the result. Now the last spike will be on the outer shell part that I'm working on here. And I just began it. It's got to get much bigger before I get to that part. And it'll go right there at the end of those back loop only stitches that I did and slip stitch into the back loop. So, and of course, I've got this pinned on. This part here, this pink part will be crocheted a little bit to the outer shell. And the outer shell will wrap this way. And it will wrap around the end. It'll be big enough to wrap around this end. It'll come on the other side and go underneath this pink part here. So it's just pinned, and this is just pinned. I plan on sewing this to the pink after I get the pink, after I make sure I have the right position for the pink, after I have it crocheted onto the outer shell before sewing the outer shell to this. So it is a work in progress. And right now, even the pattern is a work in progress because as I execute my prototype, as I execute this prototype, I change stuff, and according to what I feel envisioned to do, because sometimes I realize I didn't want it that way. I want it this way, and so that's. My patterns are not set in stone until after I get it made. But he turned out quite cute, I do say. I had to lengthen him. I had him too short. Originally, I didn't plan the eyes like this, but I was inspired by something to create the eyes like this. Now, what I saw, they had the eyes, they had eyeballs on top of that area. And it was like a slug, and they were going straight up. They weren't quite this way. But that inspired me to separate the eyes and to make him look. I wonder if I should do that with the crab. Ooh, good idea. Crab needs separate little eyes coming out of the shell. That might be a good idea. Separate the eyes on the crab and the skin color that the crab needs to be. Decisions to make, because I haven't even started the crab yet. Maybe the crab will be next. Clam and the dolphin also I've already gotten written. So anyway, this is as far as I've gotten right now with this pink inner layer. Oh, Mom was so confused. She kept asking me, when are you going to put the pink on? And I said, well, I'll get this done first before adding the pink. She thought I was going to switch colors and make the pink directly onto this. But it's not easy to do that. I don't want to make it that difficult. I mean, it's already difficult enough. I think this is advanced for the spikes. You don't need any more difficulty. I actually took a day off from crocheting because of the spikes and the tension that was creating on my back and on my hands and wrist. So, arthritis. Sometimes you just need to give it a rest before you continue on, but don't forget to continue on. So anyway, it is a nice, quiet day. We are going to have my 2 great nieces. Well, I have 5 greats. I have 3 great nieces. No, sorry, 3 great nieces. My youngest niece, I almost consider her a great, but she's not. And then my great nephew, another great nephew on the way for late August. New little baby in the family, be another boy. And that great nephew that I have was the first boy in the family since my brother. Yeah, we had all girls. Oh, it's very unusual that my niece is having another little boy. But anyway, so there we go. You get a picture of idea of what he will be like when I finish this stuff, where there'll be outer shell right there. And the pink you'll be able to see from that angle. Anyway, he is coming along, and might be working on the crab next week. Don't think I'll be working on the crab on Sunday. Maybe I'll show you a finished object by Sunday. And maybe I'll have started the crab. But I definitely don't know how far I'll get with that. But anyway, this is there. And you got to get more of that done. And it's just so nice outside. It is starting to get a little warm in here. And when it gets warm in this room, I retreat to my bedroom and turn the fan on. We don't have a fan in here, and the air conditioner's not in place yet. But when the air conditioners are in place and I'm making a video, I'll have to turn it off so you don't have all that sound. Then turn it back on after the video is over with. And that way, it won't be too loud for you to hear me. Anyway, wow. Is this going to be another short video? I don't have much to talk about. Maybe it's for a goal that I have. I would love to use Amazon Publishing to write a crochet book. And I don't know if they have it where you can make a hardcover book, or if it would have to be a softcover book. But anyway, I would love to have a hardcover book, or maybe the option of both. But it would be neat to be able to write a crochet pattern book. Maybe get better pictures of my prototypes, and maybe even use some of my artwork as a background. Only if these things showed up better in front of it. But use some of my sea life as part of the attraction of my colored pencil drawings that I have. And that would be really neat. Now, we don't have my great niece today, Natalie, because her mommy is not working today. She's always off on Friday and Saturdays. And this is going to be a long weekend, though. She won't be here Sunday either, because Katie has an extra day off. So we won't have her till Monday. And today we're going to watch my other 2 great nieces, Ella and Josie, for about 4 or 5 hours. They'll be here around 4:30 when Mom gets back from her grocery shopping. Now, Mom does her grocery shopping on Fridays, and I do grocery shopping on Mondays. So I try to help out what I can, and I'm glad to do that for right now. And anyway, so I do the pickup, and Mom goes in the store to shop, walks and none of that stuff. My stamina is not back up to where I can do that without having to sit down frequently. In the house, I'm not using the walker very much. I take it in there at night to sit in when I make my coffee and my tea. And if I'm making fruit stuff, I don't know what to call it. It's not really a jam or a jelly. It's like I take fruit, I take blueberries, strawberries, and mangoes, all separate, not together. And I smash them up, and I add a tablespoon of butter, and I add stevia, and let the juices make the thickening part. And then I freeze it. And then on yogurt making day, I thaw them, and I use them in my yogurt. And it turns out really nice, good, and the fruit's on the bottom mostly. and very thick. You could probably take the lid off and hold it upside down without anything falling out before you dug your spoon into it. Once you dig your spoon into it, it's probably going to come out, some of it, because the bottom part is not as thick as the top, but it's a really good thick. It's almost Greek yogurt thick. Without being Greek yogurt, not the process. It doesn't have the liquid removed from it. It's just simply that I take it for almost 24 hours and it becomes a very thick yogurt. And I like that. So anyway, I do need to look for a program to put on my Chromebook that I can use to put 2 videos together, because at Easter time I wanted to put that little clip of the basket to the video that I was working on for Easter, and I just couldn't figure it out. YouTube once upon a time let you do that, but they don't no more, so I just had to figure out how to edit my videos to add, and that's about all the editing I really want to try to fool with right now. But it would be fun to be able to put 2 different clips together if I needed to, especially when their clips are smaller. But right now I'm talking a long time, and so this one will stand on its own. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and say bye, and please like, subscribe, and comment. That all helps all of us. I would love to get to 1,000 people, but right now I don't even think I'm at 700. I might be I don't know if I've even been at 600, but I would love to try to get those numbers up. I don't know. I have to look at my thing to see how many subscribers I have. Maybe I do have 700. I don't know. I can't remember, but I definitely don't have 1,000. So my goal is 1,000. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later, and bye now.